Hey, what is up guys, Rush Dodge here. How is everybody doing today? Got myself the January garage video here. Just quick heads up before we get started, there is no gameplay in this video. It is just strictly me showing off my garage and where I'm at with each tank. I'm not going to spend too long on each tank, maybe about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, because I do have a lot of tanks and these videos usually end up being around 30 to 40 minutes long. Before we get started though, I definitely got to apologize. I'm off to a horrible start with my New Year's resolution of having one video a day. Basically, this video was supposed to be up on Saturday. I didn't have one up on Sunday, so I'm posting this one today. I'm also going to have another video up today. It's the T110E5. You know, first look at that tank. I'll have a video up on that today as well. To kind of make up for the videos I missed out on the weekend. And then on Monday, it is Monday today I guess, on Tuesday I will have two videos to make up for Monday and cover Tuesday as well, just so we catch up with the videos that should have been uploaded. Another thing I want to talk about quick before we get started here is if you see a poster like this one anytime on one of my videos, basically it means I am looking for people with this tank so I can do a 5 of a kind platoon, which is going to be awesome. I'll have my first wanted poster up very soon on one of my upcoming videos. Definitely keep an eye out for that. If you see that poster, it'll have information on it, on which tanks I'm looking for, and you know, the kind of idea behind it, what I'm looking for as far as upgrades and stuff like that. And it'll also have a date on there. So if you guys see those posters, definitely you know, kind of follow the rules on it. What you guys will end up doing is, if you do see a poster and you're interested in being in one of these 5 of a kind platoons, you will have to message me on Xbox, you know, over the messages or whatever, and tell me that you have this tank, you do meet the standards for the wanted poster, and it'll also have a time on there, so you'll have to be, you know, able to play when it is scheduled, of course. And I'll schedule you in. Now I only have room for 4 people, obviously there's 4 plus me, so that's a 5-man platoon, and that is all I'm doing. I'm doing, you know, 1 platoon of 5, and then I will be making a video on that. Of course, we'll play a whole bunch of games, probably for about 2 hours or so, and it'll be awesome. A 5-man platoon should be pretty fun. As well as subscriber platoons, I will be having videos up soon on when I'm scheduling just a normal subscriber playdate, where I'm gonna have different times for you guys to come and play with me. It'll be awesome, and so on and so forth. So anyways, let's get started with my garage video. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on each tank. Number 1 on our list is the T1E6X. It is a tier 2 light tank on the American tank line, and it is a premium tank. What is special about this tank? Well, it's a fun tank to play with, but if you do not have it now, you probably will not get it because it is not offered anymore. This was a gift to us several months back, and if you still have it, I recommend you holding on to it, because once it's gone, and I don't know if World of Tanks is going to offer it again. So we'll definitely take a look at the packages offered in this tank here quick. You know, it's not a bad tank. I do enjoy playing with it, and I do have a video up on it as well, so you guys could definitely check out that Let's Play video if you want. Moving along here. Alright, we got the Chaffee. I have not done a video with this tank yet, which is crazy because it is super fun. I'm really just not a light tank player, and out of all the light tanks that I have, even though this one gets placed up with tier 10s, it is a ton of fun, guys. It's actually pretty damn deadly if you get put in a lower tier game. I mean, you can wreck the enemy with this tank. We'll definitely take a look at the packages, where I'm at with this, and there is no tank to move up to from it, so I'm just holding on to it because it is a very fun tank to play with, and I'd like to do some videos with it, you know, eventually. Moving up to the T21, this tank has been sitting in here for quite some time now. I really don't play with it too much, only because I'm just not a light tank fan, and I know that there is some treasures ahead if I decided to move down this tank line, but just haven't got there yet. So anyways, we'll take a look at the packages here. It is fully upgraded, and honestly it really doesn't take much to get fully upgraded, so it is you know, it's nice because there really isn't too hard of a grind to get that last upgrade. Let's take a look at the T71, and we need 22,684 more experience until that is unlocked. Moving up to the Ripper. Now, I've had this tank for a while as well. It is a premium tank and it is fairly fun. Definitely a unique playing style, but I have not done a video with it. But I do laugh because I do have one little bit of footage and it is absolutely hilarious. I'm making a special little video for whenever it's gonna be a moments video, just, you know, different moments I've had in World of Tanks, funny moments, crazy moments, you know, fails, stuff like that. And I literally, out of all the moments I've had in World of Tanks, I think the best one has been with the Ripper. So I hope you guys definitely check out that moments video when it comes out, because there is some wicked Ripper footage in there. And hopefully I'll have a video up with this soon. We'll take a look at the packages. This is pretty much what comes with it. You don't upgrade it because it is a premium tank, of course. Very fun tank, good for making silver with. We'll definitely move on to the Fury. Now, I do have one gameplay with the Fury. I believe I was playing with Wizard Ken, and you know, it's not a bad tank, guys. Probably one of the best deals as far as getting a premium tank. You know, it comes with that Mentor perk, and it comes fully equipped. I mean, we'll take a look at the equipment here. This comes with this tank, so that's pretty cool as well. Good for making silver. We'll take a look at the packages that come with it. Fun tank, guys. I mean, definitely worth getting if it is still offered. Okay, what else do we got here? We're moving up to the Pershing. I honestly have slowed right down on playing with this tank. I don't know why. I've just been playing with other tanks, and I've got so many tanks to play with, so it really has just been neglected, I guess. It's got a little bit of dust on it because it probably hasn't been taken out since last month. We'll take a look at the packages here. It is a fun tank to play with, guys. Once again, I'm more with the heavies, the TDs, and the artillery. I guess I neglect my mediums a little more, mediums and lights more than I'd like to. However, it is fully upgraded. It is doing, you know, some decent damage now. It's a fast little tank too, so very fun to play with. Actually, you know, let's head back in here quick and see how far away we are. So a little bit of a grind yet. Definitely we'll be having some videos up with this tank once we start hammering down, getting towards that M46 Patton. But till then, it is here. Hopefully we'll start playing with it again soon. We'll move up to the T14. Probably one of my favorite premium tanks, just because it is very well armored. And I mean, it's a premium heavy tank with lots of armor. I don't know, I've had so many good games where you just sit there, bounce shots off, and you just, you know, take out the enemy with this thing. It's a beautiful tank to play with. Definitely worth the gold to get it. We'll take a look at the packages that come with it. It doesn't have a tier 4 cannon on there, but don't let that fool you. You know, I've done lots of damage to the higher tiers with this thing, and at the same time it does have that premium matchmaking. You're only getting placed up in tier 6 games, so you know, that kind of helps. Anyways, very fun tank to play with. I do have some gameplays up on this as well. Definitely check those out. Good gameplays. We'll be moving on to the M103. Now, I miss my M103, honestly. I, you know, got the tier 10 from this thing now, and this is a beautiful tank when it's fully upgraded, guys. I love this thing. It's honestly, I've had better games with it than my tier 10, you know, the T110E5. This is a beautiful tank when upgraded, and I'm kind of saddened, you know. We'll take a look at the packages here. You know, it's fully upgraded. It has a 120mm gun on there. Beautiful tank to play with, guys. Very fun grind. I know off the start it's a bit slow, but when you move up to the T110E5, honestly, I'm not impressed with it. It's you know, it's a fun tank to play with. I thought it would be better, to be honest. You know, it's doing a little bit more damage, and the idea behind it is it's a bit smaller. You park the T110E5 beside the M103, and the T110E5 is actually quite a bit smaller. And I don't like how the turret in the back is square. I find that I get penned there like crazy, and that's where your ammo is, of course. And you know, when they start penning you there, you get ammo racked right away, and then you got this huge ass turret, or not turret, hatch on top, and it seems like everything can damage it. You know, it is a fun tank to play with. You're doing lots of damage, and you know, it is a bit quicker, so, you know, your playing style has to change a little bit, but it is still a fun tank, and I definitely will have a video up on this today as well. Let's take a look at our packages here. Still got that 120mm gun, however you are doing a little bit more damage now, and like I said, it's a bit faster, smaller tank, and you know, it is fun to play with. I'm not going to say it's not a fun tank to play with, it just has a couple things that I do not like about it, but that's alright. Well, moving on here, we got the Wolverine here. Now, I've decided something huge, and what that is I used to rely on my Let's Play series to, you know, I wouldn't move on with the tank until I did a gameplay with it, and I've got something like 48 tanks or something like that now, and if I rely on, you know, myself to make a Let's Play video with each tank, it's gonna be forever, because I mean, I got so many tanks here, and by the time I do a video with all of them, I don't know, it's gonna take forever. I usually do a Let's Play video once a week, or at least I try to, and if I did that all year, I'd have 52 Let's Plays, and that, like, my Let's Play series is just a series. You know, I got different World of Tanks series, so my Let's Play series is different from a lot of my other tank series. But 52, you know, Let's Plays, if you look at all the tanks in the tank lines and stuff like that, and you add them up, there's like 200 tanks that are tier 5 and higher. So if I do, you know, 52 Let's Plays a year, you know, I got like 4 years of Let's Plays to do. I mean, I've already done roughly 40, but I am just gonna, you know, push on. If I don't have a video with the tank, I'm honestly not gonna worry about it. So like the Wolverine, if I don't have a video on this thing, now I'm just gonna push on to the Jackson, because it's fully upgraded, and you'll see I got so many fully upgraded tanks here, and it's just gonna take forever to do videos on them all, and then do all my other series at the same time. So we'll take a look at our packages here. Wolverine is fully upgraded, and I've already researched the Jackson, so we will be moving up to the Jackson as soon as we get another 20,000 silver, which will be right away. And we'll be moving up that tank line as well. Alright, let's move on to the T-25-2 fully upgraded tank destroyer. Little fun tank destroyer, guys. The thing I don't like about the most, its turret. Very slow rotating. That's kind of the most annoying part about it. And I get it, it is a TD, but you know, you get a light tank driving around you, it's still just gonna kick your ass, because that turret, and I mean, you can turn your turret, and you still can't catch up to those damn light tanks with this thing. However, it is doing, you know, a decent amount of damage, and the 360-degree traverse is nice. It just takes forever to do it. You are fairly armored. You got a nice big, you know, gun mantle on the front, and it used to not have that top on there, and that was horrible for artillery. If artillery hit you, you were dying. You were getting one-shotted, and now you might actually be able to take a hit from that artillery now, which is nice. So very fun tank, guys. It is fully upgraded, like I said. We are moving up to the T-28 prototype, 60,000 away. I don't know, we might have it within the next month, hard to say. I do have some gameplays with the T-25-2 saved up already, so you should see some videos on it fairly soon, I guess. And well, let's move on. We got the M53, M55. My baby, I love this thing. My favorite artillery unit in this game to date, I guess. I haven't moved very far up all the other arty lines yet, but definitely my favorite. You got a fast arty here, guys. It drives around like, I mean, it's like a damn light tank. No, that's a bad comparison, I guess, but it is super fast on its tracks, and you know, it's decently accurate, reloads a bit quicker, and I've probably one-shotted more tanks with this thing than any other vehicle in this game, so it's just a beautiful tank. I did buy this back as I sold it to get my T92. We'll definitely take a look at the packages here. You know, I got that 8-inch howitzer on there, which is pretty nice. And honestly, my highest damaging game ever was with the 155mm, only because the reload time on it, I guess we could take a look at that quick. The reload time on it is actually pretty damn fast. Rate of fire, yeah, 2.73. That's a fast reload time compared to, you know, the 1.88. So I was just, you know, hammering the opposition with this thing. It's too bad I never filmed that, you know, that gameplay. Anyways, very fun already. I've got several gameplays with this thing up on my channel already. You guys could definitely check those out. And we'll move on to the T92. Now, I literally only have one video with this artillery, and there's a reason. It isn't as good as everybody, you know, thinks it is. It's a beautiful arty, guys, and when you hit tanks with it, you're doing so much damage. It's amazing, but you know, it's inaccurate. It's very slow moving, so if you ever get in a position where you gotta move, it takes forever to get there. So you know, you might want to consider moving, you know, ahead of time compared to what you would usually move with an artillery, you know, stuff like that. However, the splash damage with this thing is amazing. If you can get like 3 guys in a group and hit them, you're gonna do like 800 plus damage to all 3 of them at once. It's gonna be beautiful. We'll definitely take a look at the packages here. You got that 240mm howitzer on it. Ridiculous. And I do plan on getting some more videos up with this thing. I really enjoy playing with it now more than ever. It used to be where you got fed up with it because it was very slow reloading. It's inaccurate, so if you missed, it was like, shit, you gotta reload this thing again. But I do want to get some more videos up with it, hopefully sooner than later. And no, that's that. My very first tier 10, my T110E5 is my 3rd tier 10. Let's see what else we got in this garage here. Matilda BP. Honestly, I just started playing with this thing again, and it's actually kind of fun to play with. It's got a very fast reload time, and it's armored. It's actually pretty damn armored. You got a very slow tank here. Like, I mean, you're moving pretty damn slow, but as far as like holding a position, like defending or sniping, or you know, catching guys off guard, even like, I mean, you get a light tank come flying out there thinking it's safe, you can wreck them with this thing. Your rate of fire is so good. Take a look at your packages. Hell, let's even look at the rate of fire. You got that 26 rounds per minute, which is amazing. Gotta love that. Your accuracy isn't the greatest, but it is a fun premium tank, guys. I don't know, it depends on your playing style. It's definitely worth getting, you know, depending on your playing style. Alright, let's move on to the Comet. I haven't really played with this one too much this month. It is fully upgraded, and it is a fun tank. You know, it's got its ups and downs now. It's goofy because when they weigh this tank in on the, I guess, matchmaking, it's actually weighed as a heavy tank for some reason. And I don't know, I don't really agree with that, because you go up against a heavy tank with the Comet. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but it is weighed as a heavy tank. So if you're wondering why, you know, this thing gets matched up with like a heavy on the top tier or something like that, that is the reason behind it. It is a very fun tank to play with, however. It's got a, you know, decent rate of fire. We'll take a look at the packages here. I got the last one here. It's tier 7 cannon on there, 77mm. Maybe we'll take a look at the stuff. You know, decent rate of fire as well, so it is a good tank, I guess. Maybe it could be compared to some of those heavies, but I wouldn't want to go up against like a T29 with it or something like that. Just saying. Alright, let's move on to the Churchill one. Now, once again, everybody's probably wondering why I bought this thing back, and it's been a bit of a slow grind. Maybe it's just been neglected because I'm playing with other tanks. It is a fun tank to play with. It is fully upgraded, and the reason I bought this tank back is because I want to show you guys the Churchill gun carrier, which is, I think it's a tier 6 tank destroyer they added back a couple months ago, and there's literally no gameplay on it. So I would like to get that hopefully in the next little bit. We'll take a look at our packages here. I think, yeah, seeing as I had the Churchill already, I bought it back and then just bought the last upgrade. But you got the Churchill gun carrier, and I'd really like to show that off to you. So, you know, hopefully in the next little bit I will have one of these and I can definitely get some videos up with it. Right on. Alright, moving along, we're taking too long here. I got the Excelsior. Very fun little tank, guys. Fairly armored as well. Love the armor on it. It's a very fast shooting gun as well, and I mean, I always take it out for silver, but I'm bad because I'll end up using premium rounds because Honestly, it's a badass little tank with those premium rounds. I mean, you go up against anything, it's just like bang, bang, damage, damage. It's amazing with the premium rounds, and then you take the premium rounds off, and it's kind of just, you know, that average tank again. But I mean, the fact that it's so armored and it's got that rate of fire, it's actually pretty damn deadly. Very fun tank, guys. Of course, it is a premium tank, so you got to spend your gold on it. Take a look at the packages. Hey, we'll take a look at the rate of fire too. Decent rate of fire, and I mean, your damage is mediocre. It is what it is, guys. Very fun tank to play with. Definitely recommend it as well. Moving up to the Carnivon. Now, I am very close to getting the Conqueror. This will probably, just stuttering my words today, probably will be my next tier 9 that I get, because I'm so close, and probably be my next tier 10 as well, because it is definitely the closest to the tier 10 tank, you know, compared to all the other tanks in my garage. So let's take a look at the packages here. It's fully upgraded. This is what I'm rocking with it. You got the 20-pounder Type B barrel, and honestly, not my favorite tank, guys. I mean, it's not bad, it can hold its own, but it's not, you know, like some of those tanks where it's just OP. I'm really looking forward to getting the Tiger 2. I really want to compare all these tier 8 heavies. Anyways, we're moving on to the Tortoise. Very fun tank destroyer, guys. Probably, jeez, I can't even say probably today. It's like, what am I doing? Tortoise. Probably my favorite tank destroyer. Oh yeah, definitely my favorite tank destroyer. I like this thing better than the Death Star. You're very armored. You got a wicked, you know, barrel on there. You're doing a ton of damage, and your rate of fire is very beautiful. I've got lots of videos up with this tank so far. You can definitely check those out. They're my little Tortoise videos. And we'll take a look at our packages here quick. Rocking that last one there with the 120mm AT gun. Very fun tank to play with, guys. Definitely want to watch that hatch up there. If I have any advice to you, cover your hatch, because anything and its dog can penetrate that hatch. It's just a pain in the ass. But other than that, beautiful tank, guys. Definitely recommend this tank line. Let's move on to the Death Star. Yeah, my second tier 10. Just a big brute. Love this thing. It's got a 30-second reload time on it. I do have a couple videos up with it, nothing crazy, and I think the reason I don't play with it like as much is the fact that it eats up silver so badly. It's basically one of those tanks where it's like, you want to have some feel-good games, you pack it full of Hesh rounds, and you go and, you know, one-shot shit with it. It's a fun tank for that, but I mean, if you have a mediocre game, you're still losing silver. You gotta have a really good game to not lose silver with this thing. Anyways, we will take a look at our packages here. This is what we're rocking. Got the 183mm L4. That's the big barrel on there. Very fun tank. It doesn't have a 360-degree traverse, but it is, you know, it does have a decent line of sight anyways. And hopefully I'll have some more videos up on this soon. I think Cosmic Carry and I wanted to do a 5-man platoon on this TD, so hopefully that'll be coming up soon. Hard to say. We'll be moving on to the Sexton 1 Tier 3 Premium Artillery. And once again, I bought this thing because I was going to show off the British artillery units before they were offered, and I just never got around to showing off this tank. It is fun, very fast rate of fire, inaccurate as hell, but you know, whatever. Fun for shotgunning guys too. I shotgunned a few guys with this thing already. We'll take a look at the packages here. That's what it is rocking. It's got the 25-pounder howitzer on there. Not too shabby, and maybe someday I will actually have a video up on this. Hard to say. I've just been putting it off as well. There's so many tanks in this garage. Bishop, you know what, hit or miss. I mean, I like this thing. It's actually goofy because it's got decent armor for an artillery unit. I've had times where I've been rushed by like a couple guys, and I've killed one and then had enough time to reload and shoot the other guy before you get taken out. It's actually got decent armor, so for shotgunning and stuff like that, very fun tank. Your range with this thing is horrible. You literally got to be like within 300 meters or something like that. It is kind of goofy in that sense, but at the same time, it's accurate. I mean, if you can get in that close and use your artillery for it, got a bit of a hang time, but it's actually pretty damn accurate. Anyways, we'll take a look at the packages here. It is fully upgraded. We got the 4.5 inch howitzer on there, beautiful, and hopefully we'll be moving on to the Burt. Yeah, FE304. Can't wait to get that. Alright, let's move on to the VK 28.01. Now, I've had the Leopard for a long time, and like I said, I'm not waiting on doing Let's Plays with those tanks anymore, so I'm just going to continue on down. I did just get the VK 28.01, and it is not fully upgraded. It's got like, I don't know, it's got this thing, 7.5 centimeter KYK, and you know, I'll eventually get down here and maybe get a video up with it. I'm not a light tank guy. Like, I really just, I don't know, maybe if I start playing with light tanks more, I'll start to enjoy them more. I enjoy my heavies, my TDs, and my artillery just so much, and maybe I should play with light tanks more, just you know, get the hang of it more, I guess. Anyways, we are a little ways away from getting the tier 7, so we'll definitely be working on that. Let's move on to the PZ34. Now, I did buy this tank back only because they switched the tank lines up all crazy and stuff, and we'll take a look at the packages here. Now it unlocks the VK 30.01D, and there's, I think, 2 tanks there before this tank line merges in with the Leopard tank line, so I want to get those tanks so I can just show those to you guys as well. So we are fully upgraded here, looking at about 13,400 before we get the VK 30.01D, which will be cool. Right on, moving on to the PZ4. Getting close to getting the next tank here. This is a fun little tank to play with, and I like how it's got 2 options. You got, you know, 2 different barrels on there you can use. One's kind of good for sniping, and you know, you got a decent amount of damage with it, and then you got this little stubby barrel on there. We can definitely take a look at the packages here. I can't remember which one I was using. I think it was this one, and this one's fun to use as well. And people say, you know, it's only good for, you know, shooting tier 5s and downs. I've actually shot some guys with this you know, 10.5 centimeter KYK and one-shotted them. It's kind of a fun little barrel. I'll take a look here quick. Look at the damage you're doing. 350 damage with a tier 5. That's crazy. That's more damage than a P29 is doing. You know, it's fun that way, and it's got a decent reload time for the amount of damage it's dealing with this cannon. Once again, your penetration's kind of crappy, so you got to pick your shots if you use that. I am using this one right now. Your damage is way down, your rate of fire goes up, your penetration goes up. You can kind of see why I'm using this over the other one, but trust me, both, you know, upgrades very fun to use. And how far are we away here? Let's take a look. 2,129, and we'll be moving up to the VK 30.01P, which will be pretty cool. I'm very stoked to start moving down that line as well. I want to check out the Tiger P and all that. Should be exciting. Alright, we got the PZ4 Schmaltrum, something like that, PZ4S, whatever you want to call it. This is a fun tank to play with. I started playing with it a little bit more, and it does have some, you know, things that set it aside from the rest of the tanks. We'll take a look at the packages here. Obviously, you know, that comes standard, you can't upgrade it or anything. What I like about it is the accuracy and the rate of fire. And I mean, your penetration is actually pretty damn good too, so as well as your damage. Wow, I didn't realize the stats on this thing. It's actually pretty damn good. You want to compare it to that PZ4, actually this thing is kicking its ass. However, that PZ4 I guess is a tier 5. I don't know, I have fun games with this thing. Very fun tank to play with, guys. Decently armored. It's kind of got that different look to it. I'm guessing that is a layered armor on there. It's not bad. I've shot at these things in the side, and it's actually had a hard time penetrating it before, so I'm guessing this tank has definitely got a little bit more armor on it than some of them. Very fun tank to play with. I don't want to pretend to know stuff that I don't. I just know that I do have really fun games with it, and once again it is, worth getting because I do make a lot of silver in this tank. Let's move on to the Panther. I have not played with this thing very much. I got the first upgrade for it, and I do want to keep moving up this tank. Once again, my medium and light tank skills are just so mediocre compared to my heavy TDs and artillery skills. We'll definitely take a look at the packages here. I got this first upgrade, and well, it's only good for picking on the lower tiers really, so I kind of stuck with this for now, and then hopefully we'll be moving up this tank line. I'm assuming once I get this upgrade, this one will probably just unlock, and then you'll only have 10,000 more to get the F-Lange. So probably not too much of a grind to get there. Hopefully be moving up this tank line pretty decently this month anyways. Alright, let's move on to the Tiger, and I did my Let's Play with this one already. We'll take a look at the packages. Fun tank to play with, guys, once it's upgraded. And it's a shame that it's still sitting in my garage because I do have the Tiger 2 upgraded. Once again, just waiting on some silver. And it's kind of goofy because I've never had problems with silver before, and just in this last month or so, getting silver to buy the tanks that I have unlocked is taking a little bit longer now, so hopefully I get the Tiger 2 pretty soon, and hopefully we get some videos up on it. Moving along to the Low, another fun tank to play with. Premium tank, tier 8. Very fun tank, guys. Make a lot of silver in this thing. You want to treat this thing more as a sniper than anything. It's got good accuracy. We'll take a look at our packages here quick. We got a tier 9 cannon on there. It's the 10.5 centimeter KYK. I don't like the reload time, but the damage and the accuracy is very nice. So like I said, definitely a good sniper tank. And that's the Low. I do have a video up on it. It's in my Let's Play section, and I actually should get some more videos up on the Low because it is a fun tank to play with. Moving on to the Jagdpanther 4. I think this thing's fully upgraded now. I'm pretty damn sure it is. It is fully upgraded. It's not my favorite tank, guys. It's got a different playing style. I don't know, it doesn't float my boat really. I really can't wait to move up to the next tank, but as far as this one goes, getting to that final upgrade was a bit of a pain in the ass, and even with where it's at right now, I think it really relies on its speed and agility to get its kills and get its damage in there, because you don't even have a ton of damage coming out of this thing, to be honest. Take a look at the package here, I guess. Maybe your damage isn't too bad. I don't know. I just haven't had good games with it. Going by personal opinion here, I guess. Not my favorite tank destroyer. But we move up to the Nashorn, and that's a different story. I absolutely love this TD. Very fun TD. And very excited to move up this tank line because, well, obviously someday I might own myself a beautiful little Waffentrager. But the Nashorn has been a very fun tank to play with. And we will take a look at our packages as well. Fully upgraded. Got a tier 8 cannon on there. Your damage is fairly decent, 240. Your rate of fire is decent. Penetration is decent. Your accuracy is decent. Honestly, the only thing that sucks about it is, it's got that open top there. Artie loves these things. You can one-shot them pretty easy with the artillery. And, it's not very well armored. It's, a couple shots and it's gone already. But very fun tank to play with. I've had some wicked games with it. Let's move on to the E25. I just got it and I'm very excited. They added it to the tank tree there. I seen it there the one day and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting myself an E25. It is OP, guys. It's an OP tank. Truly it is. It takes a bit of getting used to, because just because you can see the tank, from your above view, doesn't mean you can see it when you start aiming down the barrel, because it is a very low profile tank. It's fast, it's got a quick reload time, so that's nice. You get in there, take a couple shots, get out. It is decently armored for what it is, but you're not doing a ton of damage with your shot, so you gotta take a couple shots before you're really killing anything. but that's alright. You know, it is a TD. You can treat it as a sniper if you want. So I mean, something's out in the open, you're just pounding it quickly. It's really nice, and that speed gets you out of the problems so quickly. Great for making silver in. Very fun tank to play with. Definitely recommend this premium tank. The Grill. Waiting on some silver because I am not waiting around to do a video on it. You know, maybe I'll do a video on it before I get rid of it, maybe not. Basically, as soon as I have silver and so on and so forth, I'm getting rid of it though and moving on to the Hummel. With that being said, it is fully upgraded. We'll take a look at the packages. It is a fun tank. You know, once it was fully upgraded, it is super fun. Doing a lot of damage for its tier. I mean, 680, you can one-shot a lot of those tanks with this thing. Very fun. And I like the fact that, you know, it does have a little bit more hang time, but you've got a shot that's not so direct. It's going up a little further, and you're able to get over some of those mountains and houses and stuff with this thing a little bit better than, say, like the American artillery. It's fun in that sense. Anyways, the Grill. Moving on to the ELC AMX. Cheapers. I really haven't played with it too much. I actually think I got it fully upgraded. Yeah, it's a goofy tank, guys. I don't know, I might have a video up with it. Once again, it's a light tank, so I don't really care for the light tanks, but it is super unique and kind of a pain in the ass. It's very fun to play with. I mean, it's fast as hell. You can piss guys off like amazingly. It's great for that sense. It doesn't have a turnable turret though, which is a pain in the ass. So you're kind of treating it like a TD in that sense. It sucks that way. It is very small and low profile, so I mean, it is a hard target to hit sometimes. So you got that about it, I guess. So I mean, fast, small target, zipping around the playing field. Great for scouting tanks, guys. Like, I mean, amazing. As far as doing damage, you pretty much got to line your tank up with that other tank if you're going to shoot it. Did I take a look at the packages here? Let's take a look here quick. 90mm on there. I mean, it's got tier 6 gun on it. It's doing damage, guys. 240. Jeez. And what does it get tiered up with? I think it gets tiered up with tier 8. So, you know, that's a typical light tank. BDR G1B. Now, I absolutely hated this tank until I got it fully upgraded, and now honestly it's probably one of my favorite tier 5s to play with. It's doing a ton of damage. It's got a slow reload time, but I mean, I was bouncing shots off with this thing like crazy. It truly is a joy to play with, and I do have it fully upgraded. I believe I've even got the ARL44 research, so something else we're waiting on silver for. That last upgrade, you get a tier 7 cannon on there. It's the 90mm, and it is beautiful. I think it's doing like 240 damage. Yeah, exactly. 240 damage for tier 5 is pretty damn good. Okay, well, fun tank. Hopefully I'll have a video up with it. If not, we'll be moving on to the ARL, and well, that's that. FCM 50T, another premium tank of mine. It's a tier 8 French premium tank. Very fun tank to play with, and honestly, if you play with it right, it can be kind of OP as well. It's got a quick rate of fire, and it's kind of got the speed of a medium tank. At the same time, your armor is, you know, it's decent. It's like a heavy tank. So I mean, you got a fast rate of fire, fast moving tank with the armor of a heavy. I mean, maybe not as good as some of the other heavies out there, but it's holding its own, guys. I love this thing. Very good for making silver in it. We'll definitely take a look at the packages here. You got that 90mm on there. You know, you got that. We'll take a look here. We got 100 or 1,000 horsepower, which is beautiful. I mean, 240 damage isn't amazing for a tier 8, but with, you know, a little bit quicker of a rate of fire, it's decent, guys. I really enjoy this tank. And of course, you know, you can take that shot and get in and out. You know, it's great for brawling in that sense. Take that shot, get in and out really quick. That's just my opinion on the tank. Really enjoy playing with it, and there is a video up on my channel of the FCM, what is it, 50T. You guys can definitely check that out. It's in my Let's Play section. FCM 36 Pack 40. I just got this thing, and I've actually put up a video just the other day on it. Very badass tank, guys. I think I've played like, I don't know, 10 games or something with it, and it's been pretty damn good so far. Very slow moving, but as far as damage and stuff for its tier, it's pretty badass. The only reason I bought it was because I was playing with my buddy and he had a tier 3 tank. He was trying to go up a tank line, but all he had was the tier 3, and I don't have any other tier 3s other than the Sexton one, so I bought this thing so I can play with him, and it is a joy to play with. We'll definitely take a look at the packages here. Oh, that is the wrong button. There we go, packages. It's got a tier 4 cannon on a tier 3, which is absolutely badass. Let's take a look at some of these stats here. 110 damage. I mean, you get placed in a tier 3 and down battle. Oh, geez, you're almost one-shotting some of those little guys. It's absolutely amazing. Very nice rate of fire, so you are putting out 110 damage very quickly. I mean, your accuracy, it says your accuracy is not very good, but I mean, I don't know, it seems to be pretty accurate to me, so your aim time's decent as well. And like I said, very slow. You only got like 91 horsepower, but whatever. Nice view range on there too. Wow, 400 meters. That's crazy. Anyways, amazing myself with stats I didn't know about. Moving up to the S35 CA. Definitely not my favorite tank to play with, but it is fully upgraded, and maybe we'll have a video up with it. Hard to say. I'll take a look at the packages here. This is what I'm rolling with. You get, it's hard to say what you want to use. I mean, this one's doing a lot more damage, and it is a tier 6 cannon. I mean, which is awesome. Let's take a look here. 300 damage opposed to 240. What is the difference? Your rate of fire is a bit slower here. Your accuracy is kind of down, where your accuracy is, well, there's not really too much of a difference. Your pen's actually better with this as well, so I don't know, maybe I should move back to the 105mm. Hard to say. We are 12,000 away from the ARL V39, so hopefully that decision won't weigh on me too much. We'll just have the next tank already. Like I said, it's not my favorite tank to play with. You got that open top there, so Artie loves shooting at this thing. Land a nice shell in there on top of that crew. You're probably going to one-shot this thing. Alright, let's take a look at the AMX 13AM. French artillery. Yeah, I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, you know, different artillery line to go down, because I did want to start going down another artillery line. But honestly, I don't know. Everybody says the tier 6 version is way better, and my personal opinion with this thing, I don't enjoy playing with this tier 5 tank. It's not very fun. It says it's accurate, but to be honest, it doesn't seem like it is. I seem to miss a lot of shots with this thing. However, we'll take a look at the packages here. It is fully upgraded. You got the 105mm Abusier or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Whatever. It is what it is. We are 13,449 away from the AMX 13 F3. Hopefully that is a better Artie, and hopefully I can get some Artie videos up with these French artilleries. Like, I don't know, this one's just been a pain in my ass, and usually I don't show the lower tiers, so I was kind of excited when I had the tier 5. I don't know, pain in my ass so far. Moving on here, guys. Valentine 2. I honestly haven't played a game with it yet. I just bought it, and I didn't realize that it only plays up to tier 4. And once again, I bought it because my buddy, you know, had a tier 4 and I didn't have any tier 4s, so I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll get the Valentine 2 and I can play with him. And turns out, if I play with this thing and he has his tier 4, you can't do it. It just doesn't work. So I haven't played a game with it yet. I don't have an opinion on it. I know it is only placed in tier 4 and down, so that seems pretty cool. However, the one thing that kind of scares me is the, you know, tier 2 cannon on there, that 45mm. So I guess I'll have to play some games with it and see how it turns out. MT25. Honestly, I think I played like 3 games with this thing, and like I said, light tanks are not my forte. This tank is definitely not my favorite light tank to play with. I'm not saying that other people haven't had amazing games with it. I just have not had amazing games with it. Let's take a look at the packages here. I think I got to here and I was like, this sucks, so I used some free experience or something to get this last upgrade, and I don't know. You know, I'm gonna play with it a bit more. I would like to do a video with it, and we'll see, you know, see what happens. Once again, it maybe just is the fact that I haven't played with it too much, so I don't really have the playing style down packed. I don't know, whatever. However, there is the KV-13, and I am not going to play the MT-25 up to the KV-13 because I just don't enjoy playing with the MT-25. So what I decided to do is the KV-1S moves up to the KV-13 as well, and I'm going to do that instead. T-34, this tank has been sitting here for a while as well. It's fully upgraded, and we're pretty damn close to getting that. Where are we? T-34-85. That'll be pretty cool. Very nice addition to my garage, I think. 5,000 experience away. I do have a video up with this tank. It is Tanks and Weirdos. You guys can definitely check that out. Kind of a funny little video with, you know, I think it was like 6 kills as well. So this is a fun tank, guys. You know, it's fairly fast in a sense, but it does a decent amount of damage for what it is. I do enjoy this tank, and hopefully I'll have that next tank very soon. Alright, moving up to the T-34-88. And I know I haven't done a video with this thing yet. I wanted to do one, but it seemed like everybody else had a T-34-88 video up already, and I mean, that's not really what's stopping me. I just haven't had time to, you know, go and make a video with this thing. So hopefully I will have one soon. Very unique tank. We'll go over some of the things that are unique about it. First of all, you can put German and Soviet crews in this thing. So if you want to train either one of those crews up or use one of your crews from another tank, you can definitely use either or. So that's pretty cool. And usually premium tanks work on silver, but this tank, however, does not. Your big, I guess, bonus with this tank is you get way more experience. It's kind of neat in that sense, because it's like you don't do really anything and you get a ton of experience. So when you do a lot, it's like, holy cow, you're getting games with this thing that are just amazing. If you're looking for like those games where you want to take a picture of your experience at the end, you know, with your ×5 multiplier, this is probably the tank to do it with, because you're getting lots of experience. This is the big badass, you know, perk with that tank. However, it doesn't come with really too much more than that. I don't think it has any equipment, no. So those are your bonuses with this thing. We will move on to the Churchill 3. Another fun tank to play with, guys. Very, very fast reload time, decently armored, and it's a premium tank, so you're making that nice little extra bit of silver with it. You do got premium matchmaking, so you're only getting placed in tier 6 and down games, and we'll take a look at our packages here. Yeah. Oh, right on. So that's, you know, that's that. I don't think I looked at the packages in this thing. Let's take a look at this thing's packages. That is what you're rocking in there, and that is, well, that's your stats for this. I'm not going to go over too far. We already passed this tank. What are we doing? Alrighty, KV-1S, my favorite tier 6. Badass, overpowered, heavy tank. Love it. I do have a triple stacker with this thing, and you know, some decent average games. I do want to do a let's play with this tank soon, because it is a very fun tank to play with. Very, you know, OP for what it is. It's doing a ton of damage. Let's take a look at the packages here. You get, takes a bit to get there, to be honest, until you get that final package there with the 122mm cannon on there. You know, it's not that great, but like, look at the damage this thing's doing. I mean, once again, you got a tank that's doing more damage than the average tier 8 heavy. It's really nice. Your accuracy's, you know, whatever. You want to zero this thing right in, and of course your aim time is going to suffer too, because you just got that much damage. Your rate of fire is fairly slow. I don't know, 18 seconds, 17 seconds, I'm not 100% sure, but it does have a slow reload time. But if you play with it properly, you know, you brawl nicely, you go in there, take your shot, back up, geez, you're doing so much damage. It's just a devastating tank to play with, and very fun. Anyways, I do have the IS unlocked. I just need to get some silver and buy that. And the reason I still have this thing as well is I'm also moving up to the KV-13. So hopefully I will have that tank sooner than later as well. Let's take a look at the Su-85. This tank has been sitting here for a long time, and I'd really like to start moving up this tank line as well. Let's take a look at her upgrades. Fully upgraded. I mean, it's doing some decent damage. This upgrade was a lot of fun. If you're looking at fighting tier 5s and downs, look at the damage here, guys. Tier 5 with 450 damage. Your pen sucks, but I mean, if you can pen, holy cow, you're like one-shotting, guys. It's amazing. Not very effective against tier 6s and 7s, so that's kind of the idea behind it. And this is the one I'm using now. 180 damage, so I mean, that's, you know, that's fair. You got a decent rate of fire, your accuracy is pretty good, so that is your last upgrade. And what are we here? We got 15,405 more experience to go till we get the Su-100. Right on. Let's move on to the Su-122A, tier 5 artillery unit. And you guys are probably going to be wondering why I am going up this tank line in a second, but let's take a look at the packages here. I don't think it's fully upgraded, but honestly, once you get that 152mm on a tier 5, you know, artillery, I think it's going to be wicked. Yeah, I mean, 910 damage, that's, I think this is the highest damaging tier 5 artillery you can get. Your accuracy isn't very good. I mean, it's better than the T92, I think. Pretty sure. If not, it's, you know, it's around the same anyways. Your rate of fire, you know, it's not horrible. For the amount of damage you're doing with this thing compared to the rate of fire, you know, it's actually pretty damn good when it's upgraded. Honestly, I haven't played with it yet though. That's just going by the stats here. This is what I'm using right now. You know, mediocre, whatever. Hopefully I'll have that soon, and maybe have a video up with this thing. Now, once again, you guys were probably wondering why I was saying you don't know why I have the Su-122A when I have the S51, and this is going to merge into the artillery line. It's just because I want to show off the tier 6 and 7 already on that line as well as the S51, and moving up, you know, the rest of the Soviet arty. This tank is goofy, or this arty is goofy, guys. Your traverse is horrible. It's very slow, and this is one of the only tanks that I've used free experience with. Let's take a look at the packages here. I literally got fed up with these, you know, I didn't even use these ones. I got fed up with this one, and honestly I was looking, it was like 152mm. The thing is so inaccurate. I mean, yeah, look at the inaccuracy here. The bright side, your damage. That's a shit ton of damage, guys. You hit something with this thing, holy cow, you are killing. You're one shot in almost everything. I don't know. Everything I shoot, I'm either taking it down to like splinters of hit points, or you're killing it. You're one-shotting it. Your splash damage is amazing. Love the splash damage. I mean, you can shoot at a group of guys and take out multiple tanks, no problem with this thing. Your rate of fire is horrible. Absolutely horrible. You do got like a 45-second reload time. It's ridiculous, but you know, when you got an abundance of one thing, you know, you got a lack of the other, I guess. Your aim time is pretty slow as well, but you know, it is a fun artillery. When you hit somebody with it, it's just, you know, you're all giggly inside, so I guess that's the idea behind it. It is fully upgraded, and I did use free experience to get these upgrades, but I do have a nice 108,000 experience to go, so you know, I am going to get my fair share of grinding in with this arty as well, and hopefully have some videos up on it. Alrighty guys, so that's my January garage. I'm not going to go through the tank trees like I usually do. I'm pretty sure this video is pretty damn long already, so we're going to leave it at that. That's where I'm at, guys. Lots of tanks in that garage, and well, that's pretty much what the lineup is for January. You guys can expect to see some of those tanks in the upcoming videos, as well as for my Choose Your Weapon series. You guys are voting on tanks you want to see in those videos. This is, you know, the most recent garage video, so definitely pick from the tanks that you have seen in this video. and I really appreciate you checking out my garage video. I know it's only once a month, and I know it's a really long video, and I just really hope you guys enjoy, checking it out and seeing my progress. And I was very excited when I could do it with the Christmas theme. Isn't it so beautiful? Beautiful Christmas theme. Anyways, guys, once again, if you like this video, definitely throw me a like. Really appreciate it. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. Got lots of World Tanks content. Gonna be tons in the future. And until next time, take care, guys. Alright, Rush Dodge out.